Good day to you and welcome. I'm Ian Balik and I've played about 45 hours of Oxygen not included on my stream. I generally like the game and I understand how plenty of people can spend hundreds or even thousands of hours enjoying themselves with this game, but I also understand why some people don't and won't. Oxygen not included is a difficult beast to grasp, and in this review I'll try to look at both sides of this gorgeous, unforgiving coin. I'll also try to keep it spoiler free. Let's start with the presentation, graphics and sound. If you have seen or played some previous Clay games, you know the visual and the sound design is a treat. This game shares plenty of its DNA with Don't Starve, created by the same company, and you can tell. Each building, item, character, resource and even overlay is crafted with love and care. This game has what I would call a soul. And you can not only see and hear it, but also feel it almost every moment you're playing the game. All the animations tell a distinct and proper story. There are no weird overlaps, nor effects that would regularly rip you away from the gameplay. The whole tone is a bit melancholic, slightly stressful, yet delightfully eased at the same time. There are some exceptions of course, and for me personally it was the sounds of sleep. Those feel like they were brought from Don't Starve, as it is a game about fighting madness and protecting your sanity, but it feels too disturbing in here. However, I feel an occasional disconnect between the looks and the sound, as the looks often seem very cute and the sound gets more towards those melancholic waves. But everybody is here to know more about the gameplay. Let's get to it. Please, don't be mad if you have played hundreds of hours and I missed something. This game is really complex, and even after 40 plus hours, I've only grasped slightly advanced basics. But I feel confident enough to explain anyone interested in the game what they might expect and what they should not. As I said, Oxygen Not Included is a very complex game. You have systems with underlying systems in forms of upgrades, and every time you figure something out, for example how plumbing, ventilation or power cables work, you will be in a few dozen minutes or hours, more or less in a few extra resources, placed before a new conundrum, and you will have to battle and often completely destroy your previous designs, as this new feature changes the game significantly. A good example is electricity. You'll be very happy the moment you have your basic grid up and running, only to discover that there are power limits for the cables themselves. And you need better cables made of advanced materials just to expand even a little bit further. And with that, you will have to redesign the whole grid that you might have spent plenty of time on already. This is a blessing and a curse. A curse because through the majority of my gameplay, I was just waiting for another new thing to appear. A thing that is supposed to help my duplicants survive and thrive and overcome the following hurdle. Yet these new inventions and new progress always comes with some kind of hindrance. Something that forces you to rethink your current approach and strategy. Which is also a good thing, a blessing. Oxygen Not Included is definitely not a boring game. It forces you to push forward, expand your colony, progress, and provides you with new challenges. And this is the moment where plenty of people might lose interest. I know that I did. I would definitely not call Oxygen Not Included boring, but I would definitely call it difficult or even stressful. You are constantly bombarded by minor or really severe problems that often require you to think of a solution somewhat quickly or with not enough information, and that often leads to not ideal solutions that will bite you in the long term. Allow me a short interjection. If you like this content, maybe click on the bell below the video and sub to this channel, or even visit my live stream at twitch.tv/IanBalik. I'm glad for every person who stops for a while and chats with me and the community as well. Let's get smoothly back to the review though. We've talked about this on my stream. There are two types of creativity in survival crafting colony games. One focuses on the visual side, and the best examples might be Timberborn, or maybe Valheim in a more action-packed area. These games allow you to create massive cities, buildings, villages, something nice to look at. The second type focuses on the beauty of solution. Things might not look pretty, they might not look natural, but they work like a charm. Factorio, Satisfactory, and even Kerbal Space Program would be in this area, and Oxygen Not Included definitely falls more into this category. Once you discover automation in this game, and yes, you can do almost miracles with it, you will find the real meat and bone of the game, the design of solutions to your problems. You will never have a large population of dozens of duplicants, but you will be able to have your colony work like a well-oiled machine, thanks to, well, machines. If you're not big into coming up with fairly complex systems of resource management, then you will probably not survive in the game long enough to discover its true beauty. Though the true beauty of the game is a bit niche, and this girl will make you think, evolve, get better, but she'll also allow you very little rest between your new productive adventures. If you're looking for a casual game experience with space survival, then this is not it. I'm sure of it. 100%. I know that this review seems a bit vague, but it also needs to stay like it in order to not spoil the fun for people who would like to try the game and explore it, as that exploration is experience that everyone can get. And if you decide, now that's it, let's go play something relaxing, then it's also fine and understandable. The very last thing I should mention is the community of Oxygen Not Included. It is massive and very active. The modding scene is there. Plenty of languages are localized by the community, as if one of the official languages is not your best or comfy, then just take a look at Steam Workshop and see whether there is not a language you prefer, or someone to whom you would like to gift the game. It is a complex game, and I would recommend it to some, but I would also advise some of my friends to stay away from it, like I tried to stay away from the polluted oxygen in the game. In the end, this oxygen wasn't so bad, and it helped me survive plenty of times, and I believe that Oxygen Not Included is like that. It might have problems, some might react to it well and some poorly, but it still offers plenty of fun and hours of entertainment. If you're into problem solving, solution creation, and you don't mind getting occasionally kicked in the butt. I hope that this helped you at least a bit. Tell me in the comments if you already own the game or if you're thinking about getting it, and if this review helped you decide whether to give it the chance or not. Have a great day, and I hope we'll see each other on my stream or anywhere else.